Hello everyone, here I have an iPhone Pro Max and the screen has an issue. You cannot turn it off. The whole top of the screen doesn't work. The reason why this is happening is there's a crack from the bottom left hand corner all the way to the top, and this breaks the connection for the touch screen, and so that top part of the screen doesn't work, and so the only fix for this is to replace the screen. So here I have the replacement screen. I have a link in the description below, and it also comes with a couple tools. The first thing that you have to do is remove the two screws at the very bottom of the phone where the charging port is. So I'm removing both of those screws, and then just put those screws somewhere safe so that you can put them back in. They are very small, so don't lose them. Now, I found a cool trick was I put some rice into a sock and I put it into the microwave for about 3 minutes, and then I put the phone on it. This will make the adhesive inside the screen to become soft, and so when we use the suction cups we can actually pry that screen up a little bit. When the screen pries up, then you can put in the toothpick, you can put in the little pick there, and then go down the bottom of the phone, just going down slightly and pulling up. If also on the side, I'm just going along with the other pick, and then at the right hand side, that's where the cables are. So I like to use a playing card on that side because I don't want to damage any of the cables there. And also at the very top of the phone, you want to go carefully, is because there are some cameras at the top and a speaker. So just prying up gently, and you don't have to worry too much because this is a broken screen, so if you damage it, it should be okay, because we are also putting it, just be careful again at the top and right hand corners because there are some cables that you do not want to damage. So just using the playing card, and then you can pry it open like a book. It goes from the left to the right, and then I'm just putting a little case there to hold the screen open. If you look now, there are a couple screws that we have to undo. So the very first thing I'm going to do is remove the two bottom ones. There's this little square plate, and under that plate is the connection for your battery. You want to disconnect your battery before removing the screen. So removing that little plate, and then using a little plunger, we can pry open that clip there, and that connects the battery. So now the battery is disconnected, and then we can remove the black plate there, and underneath that black plate are all the connectors for the touchscreen and also for the LCD of your display. So just going around, just remember what order you put those screws. I like to put them in the same order that I take them off, in that kind of orientation. So just going around, removing those screws, and there are one at the top there and to the right. After we have those screws removed, we can use our tweezers to remove that little plate, and then using the suction cup, using a little plunger, we can remove those little ribbon cables there. With those ribbon cables removed, we can now remove the screen from the phone. There may be a little bit of glue adhesive there, just taking that off. And now I have my replacement screen here. You can put away the main board, and now we have to transfer some parts to the new screen, and there's a microphone at the top. So from your old screen, at the very back, you want to remove the microphone, and there's also some sensors there, some light sensors. So there's 3 screws, 2 at the top, and then there's 1 at the bottom that you want to remove. And also remember the correct location of these screws because they're all different. After we have those screws off, you can pry up the microphone there. Just be careful that this ribbon cable is very fragile. Now, using a hair dryer, I'm heating up that cable there, because we need to take the little sensor out, just using some tweezers. And there's some other, also a microphone, I believe, there on the left hand side. I'm just using the plunger just to pry underneath the cable there, and then to the right there as well, just kind of prying to the right, just go gently. Make sure that you don't rip this cable, because we need this for face recognition and things like this on our new phone. Just going underneath that cable, prying up gently. Now we can remove this and transfer it to our new screen. With that removed, we can put it on now. So now there's this little plastic screen that we need to remove, and then putting on the new speaker. Then I'm putting on the putting it in the same orientation, just pushing down gently with my fingers, and then folding up the microphone. And then we will have to reattach those 3 screws to hold everything back into place. Putting in those screws, 1 at the bottom, and then there's 2 at the top again. And that will hold the microphone and sensors onto your new screen. Now with everything on, we can attach the new screen and see if it works. So just connecting it on, just pushing them in, then you'll hear a little click when they go into the correct connector. And then attaching the battery, we can fold down the screen and then turn on the phone. And you'll see your logo there. If you've seen the logo, that's good that the screen's working. We just want to make sure that the touch screen's working as well. So touching a couple buttons, the buttons are working, and then holding on the power button, we can see, and there we go. You can see now that I can slide and the power turns off. So I know that this new screen is working okay. So all I have to do now is put back the little metal bracket that holds on those connectors. So just putting those brackets back onto the phone. And then also remember to put the little bracket onto the battery connector as well. This keeps the battery cable connected when the phone is put together. Then we put the screen and then push gently around the screen to put it into place. Just go slowly when you do this as well. Don't push too hard, and just push evenly around the phone. When that's all in, the last thing that we have to do is insert the 2 screws at the bottom of the phone. And so I'm inserting the 2 screws there. And with those installed, we can try to turn on the phone, see if it works. So thanks for watching. Please like the video and subscribe.